fantastic day it is. After I don't know how many years, at last we have finally reached to the finals of the Indian Premier League. The IPL, which was supposed to be served like fast foods, like vada pavs around Azad Maidans, turned to become a seventh course meal to the spectators. It was like BCCI giving us endless Premier League rather than the Indian Premier League. It was like seeing Dhoni age literally in front of us. He was 39 when the IPL started, but now he is 40. Nobody would have believed if they hadn't witnessed that we saw an entire Paralympic in between these IPL. But no one is to be blamed. The situation is not hunky dory yet. So keep your masks on and take your vaccine. That's our duty. Hundreds of players around the world were available during the inception of this IPL. This IPL, which was scheduled to complete in about 50 days, kept coming up like the CA strategic timeout throughout the year that many important names from the list couldn't last till its climax. After playing in n number of states, different emirates, multiple cities, various countries, contrasting time zones in dissimilar part of the world, and God knows how many stadiums, at last, it has come down to the three times winner taking on the two timers, to the Yellow Army taking on the Knights. It is Thala taking on Morgan. This is special because it is Super Kings of Chennai taking on the Knight Riders of Kolkata in the finals of the Indian Premier League 2021 in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. So let's quickly relive the playoffs. We had DC topping the table, followed by Chennai, then RCB and Kolkata. Qualifier 1 was tough for DC as a gem of a player, as we call. Ruturaj Gaikwad was in sublime touch along with vintage Uthappa. It was cherry on top as Thala showed that he has not been finished yet. Rather, he is the finisher himself. Eliminator 1 now proved to be the final match as captain for Virat. Sadly, an end of an era, as people called for him. KKR went through the finals, went to win, and DC played DC at the semi-finals. DC, who were confident, which was reflecting in their words, but couldn't action it. KKR almost in their last three games went dumb in between. After almost getting through, they were like, मैं कौन हूँ, मैं कहाँ हूँ, मुझे क्या मैच जीतना है, क्या मैच जीत चुके हैं हम. After almost getting through, then they went on winning eventually. It was like almost teasing the opponent कि अभी तो जीतो, इतना तो chance दे दिया तुम्हें. But it came to the last dramatic over where Ashwin almost become a sensation yet. But that six, which Tripathi hit, sealed the match, and KKR entered the finals to play CSK. As this is the finals, it has to be grand. For this, we have no guests but our own family coming from Soft Signal. We have the twins, Shubham and Omkar, with us, and also Prasad, who are part of Soft Signal. This is obviously your favorite host, Sreejith Iyer, and this is the episode reviewing the finals of the Indian Premier League 2021. So let's discuss some hot topics today. So let me go to Prasad first. Prasad, I'll ask you a question about KKR. That KKR, as we know, that if it is broken from the top, it tends to fail. It doesn't bat long like CSK. The last match itself, the scorecard read like Shakib 0, Ferguson 0, Morgan 0, Dinesh 0, Sunil 0. So can Owen Morgan bench himself to play Russell in place of him, or would they resist lots of changes as they are winning anyway? They are winning any team.
So Srijit, if they wanted to make a change, they could have made earlier, but they stayed with their captain. So I don't think they will make Owen Morgan will be benched. His leadership has been good, and he will be crucial player for them in the final. But talking about the KKR top order and lower order, if you look at KKR top order, there are a lot of inexperience in there. So if we take, so tomorrow will be a big game. So it will be interesting to see which player hold their nerves. And with these youngsters, we know that they are pretty much nervous at the start. So if CSK can get through them early wickets, they can cause many troubles. There will be a huge problem for the middle order, which is not in form for KKR. I would say, like Owen Morgan, Dinesh Karthik had not had game time. And if you talk about the lower order, for that I think they need to make a change. Like they need to bring Andre Russell if he's fit. So it will be interesting to see what what tactics KKR play, and we have to also look into we have to also see that what pitch plays. If the pitch is spin friendly, then obviously you will play Shakib and Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarti. But if it's a good wicket to bat on, then I think KKR should go with Andre Russell.
Yeah,
That's my
Well said. Well,
yes, sorry. Adding
yeah,
to
Omkar.
that, actually, I read an interesting tweet regarding to this captaincy slash leadership role. So there was a tweet mentioning Rohit Sharma, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and of course on Morgan now. So that how captaincy can affect the team's performance and how they can take the team to the finals. So yeah, it was an interesting tweet that yes,
Yes,
leadership
it
slash
has been a
captain.
case for KKR, right? Because
Yeah,
Dinesh Karthik relieved his captaincy because he thought that he could have performed better if he was just playing as a pure batsman. So that's the same thing happening with Owen Morgan. I'm not mocking anybody, but the last time he hit the winning runs is when we all were, I think, not born yet. So I have never seen Owen Morgan hit the winning run. So my own opinion would be that if Andre Russell, if he is also half fit or 80% fit, I would definitely play, as he would act as a fear factor in place of CSK, because
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
top order, CSK should be worried about Venkatesh Iyer, because when in the last match you can see when everybody struggled, he came out and it bashed everyone and or get to a 50, that too not 50 ball 50 100 strike rate. He hit 50 very furiously. So let's go to Shubham, who is silent for quite a while now. So small question to you, Shubham: if Raina is fit in the next match, then what?
Uh, for me, I think personally this will be the last match for Dhoni in this IPL. And as Suresh Raina said that if Dhoni
Obviously, in
retires,
this IPL, he has nothing, nowhere to go, because final is the last point.
yeah, last match of his career.
Okay,
Yeah,
IPL
that's
and,
that's quite a statement.
and yeah, Suresh Raina also mentioned that if Dhoni retires, then this match will be also his last match in the IPL. So I want to see both of them play together in the finals, and yeah, wishing for that
That's
to
what every
happen.
fans are wishing. But I have one more question: if CSK does not cross the line tomorrow in this match today, so would that be Dhoni's last match, or would he continue to play in the next IPL as well?
Yeah, I don't think Sreejith, Dhoni will retain himself or go under the hammer in next season.
That's
I
quite a
guess,
statement.
yeah, I guess there are many players who can be retained, like Ruturaj Gaikwad and then Ravindra Jadeja. I guess Dhoni will be with the team, but I don't think he will play with them in next year IPL.
Mentor Singh
You are
Dhoni.
right. You are right, because
Yeah.
Dhoni had. You are right, because Dhoni had hinted once that he's taking up lot of money of CSK, because he's around, I think, worth 15 to 16 crores in this IPL. In that amount of money, you could play easy. You could buy easily many young talents, is what he's hinting. But he has not stamped that he would not be playing in the next match IPL. He hinted that he would be seen in yellow jersey, but we don't know yet that would he be seen as a player or as a support staff. So let's go to Prasad now. I wanted to ask you that if Dhoni does not play, who would be the two players that CSK would retain, and who would be the two players that CSK would write to match in the next mega auction?
First name will be Ravindra Jadeja. Ravindra Jadeja he should be there, and I will retain Ruturaj Gaikwad. These two I
So
will
Ravindra
retain,
Jadeja
and
would be retained.
yeah, and Ruturaj Gaikwad, and two right to match. If I have to use, I will go for Sam Curran and Faf du Plessis. If
Okay,
because I
I
think he will
almost I
play two or
almost
more,
agree.
2 or 3 seasons he has, because he's supremely fit, and I'm looking forward. I'm seeing as a CSK captain for in next years to come. Faf du Plessis.
Okay. Faf du Plessis, right? Okay, that I might be agreeing with you almost 50%. I'll come back to you with another CSK question. I'll go to Shubham now. Shubham, you have to tell me the same thing. two players that KKR would retain, two players that KKR would right to match in next year's big auction.
Yeah, I will retain Shubman Gill first, and then I will retain Varun Chakravarti. Shubman Gill, I think, will captain KKR in upcoming IPL season, and Varun Chakravarti, we know how good he is, the bowler he is, and we know how good he bowl in the power plays and all. So yeah, these are the two player I will retain, and in right to match I will use Dinesh Karthik, and I will go with Sunil Narayan.
Super, super. I agree with you. Omkar, now I'll have to come to you. I would ask you by saying that would KKR be eager to change the captaincy for their team? Because Dinesh Karthik, he himself left his captaincy. Owen Morgan is not doing well with his batting. So can a young talent given a captain, and can these two experienced people would be out of the team for in the next year for KKR? Omkar.
So yeah, there are three players who can take the captaincy role. The first will be of course Shubman Gill. Second will be Rahul Tripathi, because like his performance in this season was incredible, and he showed that he showed that quality that he can soak the pressure. And third will be Nitish Rana, but I don't think Nitish Rana like his performance was average, quite average, but
So what
uh,
would be the future of Owen Morgan and Dinesh Karthik?
no, I don't think there is a bright future for Owen Morgan in the IPL. Like obviously he will get sold, but I don't
Yeah,
think
two
Okay.
anything.
two new teams are
So the
getting
Owen
added.
Morgan's future would be as same as David Warner's. It is hanging in the hands of the hammer. So let's go to Prasad. Now I'll ask you another CSK question because you're wearing a CSK jersey as well. And what would be the future of Bravo? We are discussing everybody's future now. We don't know ours.
Bravo, I don't know. I don't know. The problem with
Okay.
West Indians
So
is don't know they till what age they will play, because if you look at Chris Gayle, he's playing he's playing in the T20
so
World
is
Cup.
Imran Tahir a West Indian?
I don't know.
Either
You
either
never know
he
with CSK. You never
either
know
he
with
will
CSK.
either he will compose a new
Correct.
song or he will play for a Chennai Super Kings. That
So
But
will
I'm
we
be
not.
are
But I
unsure
don't
that would he
see
be.
Bravo playing for another franchise. That's for sure. Is it?
That is correct.
It is last. If it is CSK, then only Bravo will play. Or you can. I don't see Bravo playing for any other franchise.
yeah,
That
loyalty
is
above
correct.
all.
That is correct.
Yeah,
That is correct. He
loyal.
would, I think, join the mentorship or something. Okay, so now let's go to the match scenario. We'll go
Yeah.
to a scenario wherein Sunil Narayan is bowling to Dhoni. We all know that Dhoni's strike rate against Sunil Narayan is very poor. I think he has not even hit a single boundary. But last match, I think he had hit a single boundary. So I think he has one, only just one in his bank. I am not sure, one or zero.
Yeah. One.
Would he
Yeah.
come to
One.
bat? Yeah, one, right? Okay, would he come to bat as late as possible if KKR continues to keep using spin bowling? Is what I'm asking to Shubham now. And would KKR keep the spin bowling to the last up to the last of the innings?
Yeah, I think Morgan will plan that before the match. He will keep those 2 overs of Narayan at the end of the innings, because we know how Dhoni can be dangerous at the end of the over. And in power plays, you have Varun Chakravarti over there. He can bowl those couple of overs over there. And I think Varun can pick a wicket of Ruturaj or Fab in those power plays. And for Narayan, we know how good he is against Dhoni, and also Raidu. I feel he bowls brilliantly against Raidu also. So yeah, Morgan will use that trick for Dhoni and Raidu at the end of the innings.
Okay, so now let's make a prediction each. Okay, it's not a prediction, it is just a matchup. That what we have to see. You have to name a bowler and a batsman. The bowler and batsman whose competition we need to see, and who will be the upper hand. You will have to tell. So let's go to Omkar now. Which bowler and a batting pair would you like to see in tomorrow's match as a competition, and who is going to win in that competition?
So yeah, Dhoni struggled against Varun Chakravarti a lot. in previous matches. I would like to see that competition.
Correct. If Dhoni is struggling against Varun Chakravarti, that means CSK have lost lots of wicket early because Varun Chakravarti always bowls a fourth over and then he finishes before Narayan finishes. What I think, so CSK would be in a difficult condition in that scenario. So let's go to Prasad. What do you think would be this? Would be your matchup? What do you want to see and who will be in the upper hand?
My matchup would be Deepak Char versus KKR openers because Deepak Char
Okay.
is due for a good game. He is due for a
Right.
good game. So if he performs and if he gets this ball, if he gets the ball to move, then KKR will be in trouble.
So Shubham coming towards you. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, it's the battle which I'm excited to see will be Hazelwood and Venkatesh Iyer. We know how good Venkatesh Iyer has been this season for KKR, and he's been smashing all the ballers all around the park. We have seen in the semi-final he just came down the wicket and hit the six towards the Rabada. And one thing which I noticed for Venkatesh batting is that he doesn't know how to play short balls that well. So if Hazelwood uses that shorter delivery, then he can get those wickets.
Yeah, I somewhat agree with you, but one thing comes to my mind that yesterday's pull shot, he pulled for it for a six. It came somewhere here and he pulled it to, I think, a third man for a six. I don't know if he plays well or not. So let's. He's obviously a find of the season for KKR because KKR was struggling to open as well. So he when he plays well, obviously KKR wins. So same, I think this Ruturaj Gaikwad plays the similar role for CSK that Venkatesh Iyer plays for KKR. So, what would you think the difference is in the team? KKR has good openers. CSK has good openers. KKR has better spin bowlers, I think, than CSK. Who is in the upper hand at fast bowling? What do you think? What is the difference between both the teams? Where both teams lack
Yeah, the
or
only
could explore?
yeah, the only difference we can see on the paper is KKR's spin department is impressive than CSK, but
Okay.
if you look at the lower middle order of KKR, it's look quite brittle if you compare it with the CSK's lower middle order. And now the Dhoni coming into the form, it's look very strong out there. So yeah, I guess these are the two differences which I can notice.
No, I want to
Awesome,
add to
awesome.
that.
So, yeah,
I have noticed that if you look at KKR, there is lot of planning and lot of tactics going around. And if you look at CSK, the planning goes ball by ball. If the captaincy is about the situation, how the match is going, and how the matchups are building up. So the only difference is that if you, I have observed that see KKR, the plan with usually with KKR is that they bowl their spinners right up front. Like if you had said last two games, Shakib and Varun Chakravarti has been bowling in the power play, and then Varun Chakravarti comes around 12th or 16th over. So Dhoni would have noticed that. Definitely, he will have something. He will have something in his mind. So I am looking forward. I think there will be changing batting order. So I think Ravindra Jadeja will be a key player tomorrow.
okay. So what I think is that let me ask you a simple question. So what is CSK going to plan against KKR's negating KKR's spin bowling, because that would be the game over for CSK.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
so
what
In
I'm saying.
uh,
That's
uh,
what I'm saying.
would they change their playing order? What would they do to negate it?
so the only solution to this question is like if Ruturaj Gaikwad plays till 15th or 17th over, then CSK will be in good position because Ruturaj Gaikwad plays spin like differently compared to the other Chennai players. He's so much elegant towards the spin bowlers, and he can play those shots, and other batsmen can like score runs. from the other end.
Okay,
And
but
they can.
we are seeing Ruturaj Gaikwad playing continuously in last we don't know God knows how many games. But if he has a right to get out early tomorrow, so what would, and also we know that CSK bat long. So if he gets out, then we will negate the openers. So what would CSK's other batsmen, the lower order, the middle order, would do to negate this KKR's spin bowling? Would somebody go up like the other match, like Shardul Thakur came up? What would they do?
I think Jadeja will go it because as a
Okay,
left-hander, he's a left-hander and like he's in good form also, so he can take on Narayan and Varun Chakravarti.
awesome.
The what I want
Whatever
to
would
see
be
is
the
that
plan. Yeah.
positive intent against spinners. Just go for it. Just
Correct.
go for it. And Moeen Ali can do that easily.
Okay.
He's a good player of
Okay.
spin.
Okay, so whatever would be the scenario, whatever would be the plan, we cannot read in from the KKR's captain's mind or even Dhoni's mind, because they are both captain pools. We cannot get anything from their expression. So, last question I would want to ask that to Shubham. Let me ask to Shubham that what would team choose if they win the toss?
Yeah, it's simple. You want to chase, the innings. So uh, if you're winning the toss, you will definitely bowl first. And I think both the teams are looking very much strong. We have seen the KKR's journey throughout this season. They were at bottom of the table. I think they were at fifth position after the first leg, and now they are in the finals. Who would have thought that KKR would reach the finals?
Right.
We were questioning against the Brendan McCallum's coaching staff, and we were questioning Abhishek Nair's role over there. But we saw one change around the opening lineup, and suddenly things are looking good for KKR now. Everybody is contributing. Uh, yeah, that's good. And for CSK, we know they are playing exceptionally well in this season thanks to the openers they have, and bowling looks very good. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. So I'm taking that over. Last question, okay. I am extending the show. This is definitely the second last question. Omkar, I am coming to you. We all know that KKR has reached the finals of the IPL twice, and they have won the IPL twice. So they have 100% records. On the other hand, CSK are far more experienced, that they have reached the finals 9 times. So who would be more comfortable in tomorrow's match?
So yeah, I want to say three things. So first thing is like we can have a 2 minute silence for Kunal Gavkar as he missed the shoot today. He is a diehard KKR fan. And second thing, like kudos to Soft Signal team to manage the color for the IPL final. Two yellows, two blues, and third thing obviously your answer. So yeah, KKR will be confident because they have won 7 out of 9 matches in UAE, and that's itself an achievement for them. And yes, they will be.
Okay, I didn't get what I asked. Let's move on to Prasad to the last question. So, who would be the player to watch out for in today's match?
Sir Ravindra Jadeja.
Okay, fine. So, Ravindra Jadeja, this is a good note to end. You guys, this is the final of the Indian Premier League. So please we might come live after this. We don't know, nothing is planned as this episode. So please like, share, subscribe to the channel. The name of the channel is Soft Signal. Comment down below your favorite picks, and please keep following us. Thank you, and take care. Take very good care of yourself. We would be back after IPL covering the World Cup T20 in this channel. Thank you so much for watching.
Cheers, guys.
मैं एक बार इंट्रो